Hey guys, so today I'm going to be bringing you another video. It's going to be on solving a second order non-homogeneous differential equation. Sounds like a mouthful, but it's really not that tricky, at least for these basic ones anyway. So this is non-homogeneous because g of x is not equal to 0. So g of x is not equal to 0. That makes it a homogeneous. We're going to start with the example y double prime minus y single prime minus 6y is equal to 4x. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to solve for our characteristic equation because our y is equal to the sum of the characteristic plus the particular for a non-homogeneous. So for yc, we're going to examine the coefficients in this original equation. So r squared minus r minus 6 is equal to 0. This is something you should be familiar with at this point, so we're just solving for r so that the value is 0. That gives a value of r of equal to 3 and negative 2. That means we have our characteristic equation, whoops-a-daisies, we have our characteristic equation already figured out, so yc is equal to c1e to the 2x plus c2e, oops, that should be negative 2x, c2e to the 3x. So there you go. There's your y characteristic. So we're half the way there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at yp. So yp is going to be, we're going to be taking the polynomial form because this 4 of x, that was a dumb idea. 4x is polynomial. So that means that yp is equal to ax plus b. So yp is equal to ax plus b, as I just said. That means that y prime of p is equal to a, and that y double prime of p is equal to 0. So I'm going to take these 1, 2, 3 statements and I'm going to plug them into here. So that means that we get 0 minus a minus 6ax minus 6b is equal to 4x. Now we just need to solve for these a and b terms. Now we're going to examine the coefficients. So for the x coefficients, on the left hand side we have negative 6a is equal to 4. So you'll see that's the 4 is the coefficient on x on the right hand side, and negative 6a is the coefficient on the left hand side. So pretty basic rearranging, we can find that a is equal to negative 2 by 3. So that's done there. Now we're going to examine the constants. So this a on this left hand side and this 6b on the left hand side, as well as this plus 0 that's on the right hand side. So we know that for the constants, negative a minus 6b is equal to 0. So there's no constant on the right hand side, so these two need to cancel each other out. We know that because a is equal to negative 2 over 3, we can just plug that in. That'll give you b is equal to 1 over 9. You can pause the video and prove that for yourself. I just don't want to make this longer than it actually needs to be. So now that we have our a's, our b, and our characteristic equation, we can go through, we can find that y is equal to yc plus yp is equal to c1e to the negative 2x plus c2e to the 3x plus, oops, that should be minus, negative 2x over 3 plus 1 over 9. So you can see here on that bracket, so that's yc, and in this bracket, we're dealing with yp. So there you go. That's a general solution to that problem. I'll be uploading another video on other cases, but for now, that's it from me. Thank you very much.